Have you ever picked up a handful of nuts thinking they're one of the healthiest snacks out there, only to wonder later if they're really doing your body any good? Well, you're not alone. Nuts are often praised as nature's little powerhouses, convenient, tasty, and full of nutrients. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Not all nuts are created equal, especially for those of us over 65. Some can help protect your brain, your heart, even your bones. Others, they may quietly raise your blood pressure, upset your digestion, or even trigger issues like kidney stones if you're not careful. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to certain ingredients, even those hiding in so-called healthy foods. That's why understanding the real impact of different types of nuts is more important than ever. It's not just about eating smart, it's about aging well. In this video, we'll break down 3 of the best nuts to support senior health, and also shine a light on 3 popular nuts you might want to skip, or at least eat in moderation. And trust me, one of them might be in your kitchen cabinet right now. So if you care about maintaining energy, supporting your memory, or simply making wiser snack choices that suit your age and lifestyle, you'll want to stick around till the very end. Because the right handful of nuts might just be one of the easiest, most effective ways to feel better every day, without pills, fads, or diets. Let's dive in. 3 nuts you should eat. 1. Walnuts, the brain's best friend after 65. If there's one nut that deserves a permanent spot in your pantry, especially after age 65, it's the walnut. Often nicknamed brain food, walnuts live up to their reputation in more ways than one. Let's start with something crucial as we age: cognitive health. Memory slips, slower thinking, or foggy focus might feel like just part of getting older, but certain foods can help slow that process. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that supports brain function and reduces inflammation. And since chronic inflammation has been linked to both dementia and heart disease, that's no small benefit. What makes walnuts stand out isn't just their nutrients, it's the combination of healthy fats, antioxidants, and plant compounds that work in harmony to support both your brain and your body. Studies have linked regular walnut consumption to better working memory and even improved verbal reasoning, especially in older adults. Imagine being able to recall names, follow conversations, or stay mentally sharp with more ease, simply by adding a few walnuts to your routine. But there's more. Heart health also benefits greatly from these humble nuts. Walnuts have been shown to lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, while helping improve circulation. For those of us concerned about stroke risk or high blood pressure, that's a simple, delicious tool to have on your side. Let me share a real-life example. A neighbor of mine, Paul, he's 72 and still tutors part-time, noticed he was struggling to stay focused during long sessions. Instead of reaching for more coffee, he started adding a small handful of walnuts to his morning oatmeal. A few weeks later, he told me he felt sharper, more alert, and less mentally drained at the end of the day. Now, a quick word of caution: walnuts are nutrient-dense, but also calorie-dense. Stick to about 1 ounce a day, roughly a small handful. That's enough to get the benefits without overdoing it. Whether sprinkled over salads, stirred into yogurt, or eaten straight from the palm of your hand, walnuts are one of the simplest upgrades you can make to your daily health routine. A small nut, a big difference. 2. Almonds, small but mighty for aging bodies. If you're looking for a nut that checks all the boxes for senior wellness, almonds might just be your golden ticket. These little powerhouses are more than just a tasty snack. They're packed with nutrients that specifically support the areas of health most important as we age. Let's talk skin and cell health, which often don't get enough attention past 65. Almonds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant known for its ability to combat cell damage and support skin elasticity. Dry, thinning skin is a common complaint among older adults, but a steady intake of vitamin E can help nourish skin from the inside out. Think of it as internal moisturizer, no lotion required. But the benefits of almonds go beyond vanity. They're also loaded with magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals that are essential for keeping your bones strong and stable. With bone density declining naturally with age, especially in postmenopausal women, Having a reliable source of these nutrients becomes non-negotiable. And if you're lactose intolerant or avoiding dairy, almonds can be a smart plant-based alternative. Then there's the blood sugar balancing effect. Almonds have a unique blend of fiber, healthy fats, and protein that slows digestion and helps keep glucose levels steady. That's especially helpful if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes, a concern for nearly 1 in 4 Americans over age 65. Here's a quick story. My cousin Marlene, a 70-year-old retired nurse, used to feel tired and hungry by mid-morning. Her doctor suggested cutting back on sugary snacks and replacing them with a handful of almonds. Within weeks, she noticed her energy stayed up longer, and she didn't feel the urge to snack again right away. It was a simple change, but it made a big difference in her day-to-day routine. Now, a reminder, go for unsalted plain almonds. The flavored varieties often contain added sugars or sodium that can cancel out the health perks. And stick with a serving size of about 23 almonds, which is roughly 1 ounce. So whether you toss them into a smoothie, sprinkle them on cereal, or keep a small bag in your purse, almonds are one smart move for staying strong, focused, and energized after 65. 3. Pistachios, a heart-smart snack with surprising perks. If you're searching for a snack that's not only delicious but also does wonders for your heart, blood sugar, and digestion, pistachios deserve your attention. They may not get as much press as almonds or walnuts, but pistachios are quietly one of the most nutrient-dense nuts you can choose, especially for older adults. They're rich in antioxidants, including lutein and gamma-tocopherol, which play a critical role in fighting inflammation and protecting blood vessels. That means better circulation, healthier arteries, and a reduced risk of heart disease, something many of us are increasingly mindful of as we age. But pistachios offer more than just heart support. One of their hidden talents is stabilizing blood sugar levels. Unlike processed snacks that send your glucose levels on a roller coaster, pistachios have a low glycemic index, thanks to their smart mix of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. That makes them a safe and satisfying choice for seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance. Here's a tip from my friend Larry, who's 68 and was recently diagnosed with prediabetes. His doctor advised him to ditch sugary granola bars and instead enjoy a small serving of unsalted pistachios in the afternoon. Within weeks, his energy stayed more level and his blood sugar readings improved. Plus, he felt fuller and avoided unnecessary snacking before dinner. Another benefit worth mentioning? Digestive health. As we get older, sluggish digestion and constipation become common issues. Pistachios are one of the most fiber-rich nuts out there, offering a natural way to keep your gut moving and your digestive system functioning smoothly. That added fiber also helps feed healthy gut bacteria, which research increasingly links to better immune function and even improved mental clarity. And here's a fun bonus. If you buy pistachios still in the shell, you'll naturally eat more slowly and mindfully. That's great for portion control and makes snack time more satisfying. To enjoy pistachios the healthy way, go for unsalted roasted in shell versions and aim for about 1 ounce, a small handful, as a serving. So if you're ready for a heart-loving, blood sugar balancing, digestion-boosting snack that actually tastes great, pistachios might be your new best friend in the kitchen. 3 nuts you should avoid. 1. Cashews, a hidden risk for seniors. Cashews are often seen as a creamy, satisfying snack, great in trail mixes, stir-fries, or even on their own. But while they taste fantastic, they may not be the best choice for older adults, especially if you're concerned about kidney health or blood sugar stability. Let's start with one of the lesser-known concerns: oxalates. Cashews contain a high amount of these natural compounds, which can bind with calcium in your body and lead to the formation of kidney stones. That's not just a minor inconvenience. Anyone who's dealt with kidney stones can tell you how painful they are. And unfortunately, the risk of kidney issues increases with age, especially if you've already had stones before or are prone to dehydration. Now, if you've been trying to eat healthier and swapped out chips for cashews, it might seem like a smart move. But that creamy texture hides something else: more carbohydrates and sugar than most other nuts. Compared to almonds or walnuts, cashews have a higher glycemic load, meaning they can raise blood sugar more quickly. That's something to watch if you're managing diabetes or insulin resistance, which becomes more common after 65. Let me share a story about Helen, a 68-year-old friend of mine who loves snacking on cashews in the afternoon. She thought she was making a healthier choice, but after a few months she began experiencing kidney discomfort and mild swelling. Her doctor suggested cutting back on cashews and replacing them with lower oxalate options like almonds. Within weeks, the discomfort eased and her energy improved. Cashews are also calorie-dense, which means it's easy to eat too many without realizing it. A small handful might seem innocent, but the fat and calories can add up fast, especially if you're not as active as you used to be. For seniors watching their weight or trying to avoid added stress on joints, that's a red flag. Now, does that mean you have to cut cashews out entirely? Not necessarily, but moderation is key. And if you've had kidney problems or blood sugar swings in the past, it's probably best to swap them out for nuts that offer more health benefits with fewer risks. 2. Macadamia nuts, a tasty trap for seniors. It's easy to fall in love with macadamia nuts. They have a buttery, rich flavor and a satisfying crunch that makes them feel almost indulgent. And while they might be marketed as a healthy snack, macadamias come with some serious drawbacks, especially for older adults. Let's break it down. Macadamia nuts are one of the most calorie-dense nuts out there. Roughly 200 calories in just 1 ounce. That's only about 10 to 12 nuts. Why so high? Because they're packed with fat. In fact, about 75% of their total calories come from fat. And although much of that fat is monounsaturated, which is better than saturated fat, it still adds up fast. If you're watching your weight, cholesterol, or energy intake, macadamias can work against your goals without you even realizing it. And here's something important for seniors. Macadamias are low in both protein and fiber. Unlike almonds or pistachios, which help keep you full and stabilize blood sugar, macadamias don't offer much satiety in return for their calories. That means you're more likely to overeat and still feel hungry. Not exactly ideal if you're trying to manage blood sugar or maintain a steady weight. A friend of mine, Robert, 73, started eating macadamia nuts because he'd heard they were good for the heart. But he was eating them like peanuts, by the handful. Over time, his weight crept up, and his doctor pointed out that his healthy snack was actually pushing him over his daily fat and calorie limits. Once he switched to almonds and walnuts, he not only felt more satisfied but also began trimming down without trying too hard. Another hidden issue? Salt and flavoring. Macadamia nuts are often sold roasted with added salt or sugary coatings. That's a big red flag for seniors managing high blood pressure or heart disease. Too much sodium can increase fluid retention, strain your heart, and offset any benefit you'd hope to get from the good fats. Bottom line? Macadamia nuts may taste luxurious, but they don't offer enough nutritional balance to earn a top spot in your daily snack rotation. If you enjoy them occasionally, keep the portion small and choose the plain, unsalted variety. 3. Flavored or candied nuts, the sweet snack that's sabotaging your health. At first glance, flavored nuts seem like a smart snack upgrade. After all, they're still nuts, right? But when you add sugar, salt, and artificial flavorings into the mix, you're turning a once healthy food into a hidden health hazard, especially for seniors. Let's start with the obvious culprit, added sugar. Whether it's honey-roasted peanuts, cinnamon almonds, or chocolate-coated cashews, these sweetened varieties can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. For older adults managing diabetes or prediabetes, a condition affecting over 25% of Americans aged 65 and up, these hidden sugars can spike blood glucose levels, lead to insulin resistance, and increase the risk of long-term complications. But sugar isn't the only concern. Excessive sodium is another red flag. Many seasoned or flavored nuts are heavily salted to boost taste and shelf life. Too much salt can elevate blood pressure, cause fluid retention, and place added strain on the heart and kidneys. If you're already managing conditions like hypertension or congestive heart failure, Those handfuls of flavored nuts could be doing silent damage. I remember James, a 70-year-old retired mechanic I met at a community health event. He'd proudly given up chips and soda, switching to what he thought were healthier snacks, barbecue almonds and honey-roasted pecans. But when he started tracking his sodium and sugar intake, he was shocked. Those innocent-seeming nuts were sabotaging his health goals. When he switched to raw, unsalted nuts, his energy levels rose and his blood pressure stabilized. Even more concerning are the additives and oils often used in these processed snacks. Hydrogenated oils, sometimes found in packaged flavored nuts, contain trans fats, which have been directly linked to increased risk of heart disease. And artificial flavorings or preservatives may cause digestive discomfort or allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. So what's the solution? Keep it simple. Opt for raw or dry-roasted unsalted nuts. And if you're craving flavor, try seasoning them yourself at home with cinnamon, turmeric, or a dash of sea salt. That way, you're in control of what goes into your body, not a food manufacturer. Flavored and candied nuts may taste fun, but for seniors focused on long-term health, they're better left on the shelf. As we've seen, not all nuts are created equal, especially when it comes to supporting your health after 65. Choosing the right kinds of nuts isn't just about avoiding extra calories. It's about protecting your heart, brain, bones, and overall well-being. Let's recap the good guys: walnuts, almonds, and pistachios. These three are nutritional powerhouses, rich in heart-healthy fats, fiber, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. They can help improve memory, lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and even support bone strength, all from a small daily serving. On the flip side, cashews, macadamia nuts, and flavored or candied nuts may look innocent, but they can pose problems for older adults. Whether it's high oxalates that increase kidney stone risk, excessive calories that sneak up on your waistline, or added sugars and sodium that worsen blood pressure and blood sugar. These nuts are best enjoyed sparingly or replaced with better alternatives. The great news? You don't need to overhaul your entire diet to feel better. Just making smarter snack choices, like swapping salted cashews for raw almonds or skipping the candied nuts for a few pistachios, can lead to real, noticeable improvements in how you feel every day. And here's a tip: store your healthy nuts in a visible spot, like a small glass jar on the kitchen counter. When healthy options are easy to reach, they're easier to stick with. Now it's your turn. What nuts do you enjoy most, and have you noticed how they affect your energy, focus, or digestion? Share your experience in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future content designed to keep you informed, strong, and thriving. Thanks for watching, and stay well.